Go. Step 6. Cooler mounting. Here's the last complicated piece in the PC building process. Most third-party coolers require installing a backplate, which you may or not have already done from step 3 or 4 PC building guide. Each individual cooler will have its own set of instructions you should follow, but the gist of most installation requires affixing a backplate and threading 4 pins through the back of your motherboard. From there, you want to thermal paste if your CPU cooler did not come with any applied already. User will want to squeeze out a small blob around the size of a pea onto the middle of the CPU. This will spread out once your cooler is mounted and provide a sufficient amount of thermal heat from the processor die to the cooler of your choosing. Step 7. Storage installation. Once memory is in, it's time to focus on some non-volatile memory storage, hard drives and solid-state drives. Our NZXT H400i happens to have a small SSD bracket on the front. Installing 2.5-inch drives into the disk and disk is 8-inch, as you can simplify slide into the place with the option of fully securing it with 4 screws. Most modern PC cases come with SSD base of some sort, but your case doesn't. The 3.5-inch drive is typically reserved from the hard drives should have computable mounting points. No matter what type of storage drive you're installing, ensure the connection port are facing towards a cable cut out inside your chassis, as it will make routing cables easier. Step 8. PSU positioning. Now you've got your motherboard, CPU, and memory installed, you're going to want to install your power supply next. If you've got a modular PSU, figure out what cables you need ahead of time and plug them into your power supply. If your PC case comes with a PSU bracket, remove it ahead of time and attach it to the back of the unit. Next up, thread the cable through the PCU slot in the back of the case first, and then slide the PSU into place, securing the bracket back onto the chassis. Otherwise, an older case, you have to slip in the power supply and through the inside of the chassis and push it firmly again in the inside wall as you attach it with 4 screws. Step 9. All the buttons. To get your front I/O power buttons working properly, you need to plug in the correct cables. Fortunately, on our NZXT H400i, this is a single block that plugs directly onto the front I/O headers on the motherboard. Make sure you're oriented in the correct way, then push it into place in the different pins. For everyone else, take the individual pins and using the motherboard installation handbook, identify which pins and cables need connecting. Try to do this part gently. Do so as to not to bend the pins. It's important to note that any LED light, HDD and power need to be oriented correctly. With the plus and minus cables, install the plus and minus pins on the board.